Morning. I'm thinking maybe I should have done this inside because it's a little chilly, but that's okay. We'll make it through. See, my nails say it's chilly. They're purple, not pink. Um, we'll get through this. I'm in my it's going to be hot today outfit, and except for my top, and it's not hot yet, so I'm a little chilly, but that's okay. So let's see. Yesterday recap. Didn't do any walls. Ended up in the pool with little man. Um, I'm going to be competing with the Cardinals and stuff today, I see. Um, got October done up to November in my planner for next year. Got meal planning done. Got grocery list in. This is everything for next week. Um, Down to what I need to pull, when I need to pull it, and if I need to make anything extra. So, all done. Meal planning, all done. I will do that way if I go off of more than one menu. So, before we get into the nitty gritty, make sure you're dressed to shoes because that is important. Dress to shoes, utterly important. Dress to shoes, drinking water. Okay, so let's flip it around to Thursday. Today is either errand day or computer day. Paying bills, ordering stuff online. If we're not running out and doing errands yet, I am not. I am letting errands run for me and come to me um, for numerous reasons. Number one being which my son's lungs. Number two being which we have one running vehicle. And I don't like taking his Jeep. I don't mind driving the Jeep. The Jeep drives extremely well. Don't get me wrong. It's just not my car. So, but that's okay. That's okay. It is what it is. So, once again, remember, you're not going to get these all at once. If you do, it's a recipe for disaster. You can't go from nothing to everything. You need to work it a little bit at a time. Just like when you're doing projects at home, just like anything, you need to do it a little bit at a time. Can't go from 0 to 60 and expect to keep going. I mean, it doesn't work. Even the cheetah can't run at full speed for very long. So, let's start with our goals. My goals for today. Grab my book. I can smell the chlorine in our pool. That is wrong. I gotta remove that. All right, goals for today. Okay, being realistic because I want to home today. I am not going to get November done, but I will get walls. Need to continue with next month's prep, and then we have phone calls that need to be made. All right, so those goals are done. Begin your intention for the day. Fulfillment. Morning, Sheena. I'm going on anywhere between, for your time, it's 7:15 and 7:30. It all depends upon how long it takes for my computer to boot up and go through things. And stuff like that. It usually takes me about 15 minutes to get ready. I get up around 6, sometimes before. And then from there, it's just seeing how long it takes to boot up and stuff like that. But it's usually anywhere between 7:15 and 7:30 your time. What I say my intention is fulfillment. Oh, I just remembered 2 more goals. I need to cut watermelon and make pasta salad. There we go. Okay. Plan meals. Okay, so for dinner, Juan is making a rib roast. And then I'm doing the pasta salad and the watermelon. Okay, for breakfast, I'm making a hash brown pizza. And a smoothie for lunch. Okay, planning my calendar. Plan my calendar. Okay, so I have my appointment. Okay. And then I think his brother is coming at 4. Let's judge 4. Okay. If I plan for 4, I should probably plan for 3 just to be on the safe side. Oh well, we'll see. I made sure to pull out a small rump roast last night for him, so that way he's not grilling for, like, eating for, 7 days here. Plan the kids' day. When Jeff Sack gets up, he's going to draw me his picture. And then it's going to be, make sure he eats his dinner, make sure he drinks his water, make sure he takes his vitamin. For Father's Day, I am going to be live early because we then have to take Juan to work, and then I got to go clean at my mom and dad's, which, that means I need to message another client. I am making my dad an apple pie, and I am making Juan burgers and sweet potato fries and homemade hamburger buns and stuff like that, because that's what he wants. So that's what I'm making. So that is what we're doing for Father's Day. And then if I can, I have to try and get to Aldi because they have the one thing that Juan has asked for. So I need to try and get to Aldi's and go and buy it. So fingers crossed, because it was in the flyer last week, not this week, last week. So hopefully I will be able to pick it up for him. All right. What are you doing for Father's Day? Considering for most of the year you are a part-time father. Our core 6, people. I don't know how many times I have to emphasize this. This is utterly important. This is so important. Like, this is more important than anything else. Please do your core 6. Please do your core 6. It makes a world of difference. Okay? So eat your meals, get a good night's sleep, drink your water, especially on hot days, take your meds, pamper, and move. All right? That takes care of the inside so you can take care of the outside. It is so, so important. All right? Pamper lately for me has been watching Supernatural, reading Harry Potter, stuff like that. Movement has been in the pool, along with going for walks or bike rides if it doesn't get too hot, stuff like that. So the other thing, before we get into cleaning, because this dramatically affects the cleaning that I want to talk about, is why we do this. Because I've now, between the core 6 and the whys, I have lots of people that are not doing what they need to do for them. They're worrying constantly about everybody else in their life. All of these cleaning things, right? All of these, they're not for anybody else. You need to be doing them for you. If you sit down, and I encourage all of you to do this, if you sit down and you really take yourself to court and write down the facts as to why you want to keep your house in order and cook and all that other stuff. If the end reason is not you, we need to reevaluate. Because as soon as the end reason is not you, you have then immediately given yourself an excuse not to do it. Kind of like, right, with like doing yoga. Oh, I'm not in the right clothes. Well, there's my excuse not to do it. Guess what? Yoga with Adrienne's got a ton of flows that you can do in your street clothes. No excuses there then. You have to do it for you. You cannot do it for your husband. Hi, sweetie. Is that you, Coco? You cannot do it for your sweetheart. You cannot do it for your children. You have to do it for you. You cannot do it for your neighbors down the street. Now, if you have significant others that don't like the way you housekeep, because there are plenty of them, you still can't do it for them. You can't use the reason I don't want them to get angry. Well, then what happens if they get angry over something else, but they say that it's the home, when you've then just given yourself an excuse not to do it? I worked all day, and he still doesn't notice, or she still doesn't notice. Why should I do this? Why should I keep doing this? Whereas if you do it for you, you have one. Well, please share. If you're doing it for you, if you're doing it for your enrichment, your fulfillment, your drive, your passion, your need, then it doesn't matter if they like what they see or not. You're doing it for you. It is so important not to rely on the encouragement of others. It feels good, don't get me wrong. And I'm here and I will encourage you guys every step of the way. But if you need encouragement on, say, Friday or Saturday, and I'm out of town, like I'm going to be this weekend for a little bit, It's not happening. Well, then where are you? You're stuck in the pit. So we really, 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 really need to find that inner drive to keep us going, which is why I tell you guys almost every day, you are worth it. You are making a difference. You are succeeding. You are being amazing. Doesn't matter how much stuff you get done. You're still amazing. You're still you. So be damned with all of them and do it for you. Now, I'm not saying don't respect your husband or your wife or your significant other and all that other stuff. That's not what I'm saying. You have to be partners. You cannot have a good relationship if one person is over the other one. You have to be here. Two halves of one whole. That's what it is. So now that I'm done psychologizing, make your bed. Because it's easy. Because it's simple. Because it's one and done. And then you've already got on your list a positive thing that you have done throughout the day. If your list is a mile long, you've done something positive. So you can always go back to that. The same thing with the swish and swipe. One and done. It's easy. Yeah, you got to do it every day. Guess what? You got to brush your teeth every day too. You've also got to eat every day. You got to drink water every day. So, yeah, you got to do it every day. You reap the benefits of it. You reap the rewards. Ooh, the other reason why you need to do this for you is because if you go in and you clean and you get everything done, say you decided to do a crisis clean, and then your kids and your husband come home, and within 5 minutes, the place is trashed. Well, if you did it needing their approval, you certainly didn't get it. But if you did it for you to look at how everything is, because now even though they came in and they trashed the place, you know you can get it back together, or you know you can have them help get it back together. So for you, it's got to be for you. So swish and swipe takes under 2 minutes. Wipe off the counters, wipe off the spots on the mirror, spots on the counters, wipe off the top of the toilet. You're doing all this with toilet paper. Put the cleaning supplies down. Okay. You've got your toilet brush sitting in soapy water and you're out the inside of the bowl. Okay. Simple, done. That's it. Nothing else is needed. You can choose to add it, but then don't tell me that you're overwhelmed because I didn't tell you to add the other stuff. Keep it simple. Keep it super simple. Kiss. Keep it super simple. Laundry. I'm at about 60% of my clients this week that are behind on laundry. We need to keep up with laundry. I cannot express it enough. It becomes a vicious cycle if you don't. You cannot speed up laundry. You cannot make it go quicker. There is no way to make it easier, short of having the kids do it. You need to keep up with the laundry. It is so much easier to only have to spend 10 minutes folding and putting away clothes than having to do it for an hour. Please, don't let laundry slip. Use a timer if you have to. Okay? Because, like, My wash machine, it don't buzz. My dryer, it doesn't buzz. I just have to listen for the click, click, click at the end of the wash machine, and then I just have to wait and listen to see if the dryer is still going. But I can judge about where it is, how long it's going to take. And the dryer, I know because I'm setting it on a time dry. So, pick up, put away. Once again, keep it super simple. We all can have a habit of, say, let's use laundry. Just got done, you folded all your laundry. Now you're going to go and you're going to take it to the rooms that it belongs in. And you walk in the door and you set it on the floor, you set it on the bed, or you set it on the dresser. And you walk out. Why? Now you just got to go back in there and do it again. Stop it. Only handle it once. There is only one exception to that rule, and that is paperwork. If you have not gotten your paperwork situation under control. I do not advocate for the only handle it once when you're dealing with paperwork that needs to be completely organized. I do not advocate for that. I advocate for it in small chunks, separating it as you go, so that way you can bring the mountain down. Hey, Michelle. So, when we pick up and put away, we are taking the stuff from the room that it is in and at least putting it into the room where we are going to go look for it. Not even necessarily need it. Because, like, okay, a screwdriver. You could need that in any room of the house. So what are you going to do? Have a screwdriver in every room? No. We're not doing that. I keep my screwdriver in my tool bag in the bathroom. I will go to the bathroom to look for it. Then I take it to the room that I need it. Then I put it back in the bathroom. Glue. I will go to Giuseppe's room to look for glue. Doesn't matter what room we use it in, and he better not be using it in his room. I will go to his room to look for glue. Why? Because all of his art supplies are in his room. Michelle. So I will go look for the glue in his room. If we can't organize it all at once, okay, well, movement can be anywhere from 5 minutes to 15. So let's leave movement out of it. Plus, movement can be done while cleaning. All right, let's see. Well, getting dressed to shoes, like I said, that takes me about 15 minutes. So 15 minutes. Let's add it up. 15 minutes. Do you want me to include making meals? Planning goals, intention, calendar, meals, kids' day. We'll say 5 minutes for that stuff. We'll go 10. It never takes 10, but we'll go 10. 10 minutes for the planning. Bed, we'll even go on the high side. We'll say 5. Swish and swipe is 2. Laundry, actively doing laundry. I'll go high. I'll go 15. Pick up, put away. We'll go 15. That's high, but we'll go 15. Especially considering we have kids. Okay, so right now 45, 55, 60. Right now we're at an hour and 2 minutes. to get dressed, plan your day, and everything else, and going on the high side of everything. All that's left is meal prep and cleaning up the kitchen. So we'll say, well, between doing the dishes 3 times a day because I don't have a dishwasher, active cooking process, including cooking, cleaning up the kitchen, and everything like that, I would round it to maybe 2 hours, but I think that's on the high side. I think that's on the high side. I really do. And it all depends upon what kind of meals you're having, how many dishes does it take, laying out clothes for tomorrow, everything. Well, see, once again, the pamper, I've done pampers that take hours. I've done pampers that take 2 minutes of just sitting down and breathing. So if we want to say movement and pamper are 15 each, 2.5 hours to do everything. At most, depending upon what your pamper and what your movement are. 2.5 hours. But like my pickup put away doesn't take me 15 minutes, but I don't have a big house. My planning takes me 2 minutes. It doesn't take me 10. Stuff like that. So I would say on the high side, 2.5 hours should probably be the most, to where you're including pamper, getting ready for bed, movement, making dinner, cleaning up from dinner, all of that stuff. 2.5 hours. Yeah, and that's including getting dressed. So 2.5 hours out of your day to make you feel better. My movement today, I do believe that the yoga flow that I'm doing is only 6 minutes. So that would take 7 minutes off of that, or 9 minutes off of that right there. Don't get distracted. And when I say 2.5 hours, that sounds like a lot of time. But I am talking about from the time you wake up until the time you go to bed. We're talking 2.5 hours total. Because you figure you're doing dishes, breakfast time, lunchtime, dinner time. Not all at once. Even higher, you could go 3. Absolutely everything that I do for the home, for me, 2.5 hours tops, maybe 3. If I'm watching a TV show for a pamper, well, then that's going to take an hour, 40 minutes. So it doesn't take that long. It is hard. I made a calendar. It is I got the calendar sent to me a year ago. And I printed out. Yoga with Adriene sends one out at the beginning of each month. And I just look at them and last week, Thursday, I did not have enough time to do the 15-minute one. So I picked the 5-minute morning yoga because I knew I didn't have time. So, and I didn't want to be all sweaty going into a session. So I saved the 15-minute one for when I didn't have to have a session. Yeah, today is 6 minutes. Right? That gets crossed off. Yeah, 6 minutes. So, just like wanted to learn evening yoga, so I grabbed the bedtime yoga one that's on there. That was 7 minutes, so that one got crossed off. That's next week, Sunday. So, but Yoga with Adriene sends one out at the beginning of each month. Hers tend to have longer flows. This one that I have right now is kind of what started that whole thing. One of her clients decided that she was going to make a calendar full of it. And all of the flows on this calendar that I shared in the chat on Facebook, everything is 20 minutes and under. So that I decided that instead of me trying to start off doing 45 minutes or hour-long yoga flows, that I would go 20 minutes and under to build up my stamina. Now, next week or next month, I will do the one that she sends out. That's how I plan it out. Yeah, I will scroll back through. I sent it to you. I emailed it to you. I thought. Yeah, Facebook chat. My information center. It's on there. It is on there. On June 2nd, I believe I posted it. So you'll have to scroll back kind of far. But on June 2nd is when I prepared that calendar. Plus, then I'm not doing the same flow every day. Some days are easier, some days are harder. Oh, and like the other day, my neck was bothering the heck out of me. I was carrying a lot of stress. And I saw on there that they had one for neck and shoulder pain. So I did that one. It's just like everything else that I do. I might plan the meals that they're going to be on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But I made the chicken salad, which was supposed to be today. I made that on Tuesday because I made the sloppy joes on Monday. Everything changes. I have it there to guide me, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to end up doing everything that's on it, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to stick to it. I'll look for it, Sheena. I'll send it to you again, or I'll repost it in the Facebook chat. I'll go back, I'll copy it down and resend it. It's a playlist on my YouTube channel. So, but it's private, so you can't just go to my YouTube channel and find it. So, it's just, or even my goals. As I'm going through my day, sometimes my goals don't seem that important anymore. I'm just going to put it in the chat so that way anybody who wants it can grab it. I'm going to go back, I'll copy it off, and then I'll repost it in the chat. Look at my file folders. That was on my to-do list for quite a while. They just weren't important to me. Important enough to do them. They were very important. That's how they got on the list, but they weren't important enough to do at the time. But they finally got done. So my planner, my meal planning, even my yoga planning is all fluid. It's not rigid. I do what I want when I want to. That's how I kind of do everything in my life. If I don't feel like going to bed at 10, I'm not going to go to bed at 10. I'm going to go to bed at 10:30. Maybe I'll go to bed at 9:30. Okay. Or if I don't feel like, okay, like tomorrow, if I get up and I don't feel like making balsamic salmon, I'm not going to make it. I'll tell you what, Sheena, tomorrow, I will actively time how long it takes me to do everything, because it will be more of a pickup put away because Juan's going to be home. So I will actively time it. And then I'll also be able to tell you exactly how long it takes. Yoga, I can already tell you, is going to be 19 minutes. So there's that. So I will actively be able to tell you. Speaking of yoga, I got 1 minute until I need to start doing yoga. Don't forget to do your meal prep. Don't forget to clean your kitchen. It's all about making things easier for us, not for anybody else, for us. Keep yourself a priority. So, with that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Have an amazing Thursday. Tomorrow live will be later. It will not be at 6:15. It'll be later because I'm sleeping in. Or at least I'm going to try to. So, have yourselves a great day. I will talk to you tomorrow. My watch is telling me it's yoga time. So, bye.